So today I'm going to be talking to the general audience and my illustrated narrative workshop class about the sandbox game that I chose, which is Fireboy and Water Girl in the Forest Temple. The first one, not any of the other ones. But anyway, so I guess we'll just get right into the video. So I've talked about in my essay the visuals that go with this game and how that's really impactful on the audience and how, well, games wouldn't be able to operate without them. But I also talked about how the visuals help with the characters and with establishing rules. So with that, I'm going to talk about I call it the front screen, before you even get to the main screen, where there's, all the things that you need to know right there, and the title of the game, and then they give you the characters, which, look at how sweet and innocent they look, cutie little pies. Okay, and then they foreshadow the goal of the game with this particular layout, with the doors they have that have little arrows pointing to specific genders. And that's pointing to the fact that the goal of this game is to move both of your characters through time and space and get them to the door so that they can escape this particular temple and get to the next one and eventually escape all of the temples and walk into the sunlight or whatever. Okay, you hit play and you get to the main menu, and this is where I'm going to talk about the border of the game, which you can clearly see here. And it's got leaves around it, which helps with the forest temple feel, and the cracks help you feel with the abandoned forest temple feel, which makes you feel it's old. Although in my essay I talk about levels 1 and 3, I didn't have as much time or space to put other levels in there. I'm going to talk about levels 1, 2, 3, and 7 in this particular video. But first I want to talk about the sandbox part, because my game it's a sandbox game, but it's also, I call it a linear sandbox game. If there's an actual physical term for that, you'll have to let me know after this video is over with. But it's a game where there's linear levels, like levels 1, 2, 3, and then you get to level 4, and then there's 5 different paths you can go on. So sandbox means that the game is a game that you can play pretty much any level, go to any level in this world, and everything will be cool and you can do whatever you want. However, this game isn't exactly like that. This game has it where you have 5 paths you can choose to go on, and then you can go where you want on that path. But so I call it a linear sandbox game because of that. Okay, so let's play level 1 together and talk about rule establishment with level 1. Hallelujah. You learn how to move both of your characters, and it's honestly, if you're playing single player, it's easier to just move the character one-on-one until a certain point. Because the emphasis of this game is teamwork and probably friendship, because it's a better game to play if you have a friend to play with. Okay, so I didn't exactly talk about the rules when I was playing that particular part, but basically, don't let Water Girl get into the fire, and don't let Fireboy get into the water, and don't let either of them get into the green lava, or they will die. So, I don't know if that's a really good message to be leaving the children, but, I mean, it's a sad thing that people die, but, I mean, at least when the character on the video game dies, they can come back and you can just retry the level, and that just got really dark and depressing, as opposed to the message of this video that I was hoping to leave with my viewers. Oh well. Oh, get back on there. Okay, in that particular part, there's a lot of emphasis on both of them having to move together in the same space. With levers, either one of them can push it, but with objects that you have to hold down, one of them has to hold the lever down so that the other person can pass. And so there's a lot of emphasis on teamwork and, the fact that they can't leave this level until both of them have stood in front of their doors so that they can get from this level of the temple to the next level. And there's also some emphasis on getting all the jewels. They walk off into the creepy looking staircase tunnel part. Okay, level 2. I'm playing this level because it doesn't really establish new rules, but it establishes the fact that just because some levels happen where one character helps the other character, there are also levels where the characters would honestly probably be better off if the other character were not there. Which, that sounds horrible to say, just, you know. But I think it's saying something about friendship and saying that sometimes that people really aren't friends that you really should be hanging out with, and that they would totally leave you high and dry at the last possible minute, about to die into the green lava. Huh. My poetry teacher would be proud. Dying into the green lava. There's also an emphasis on timing here, because if you don't do things within the right amount of time, you know, you can dive right into the green lava, and that's gonna make you have to retry the entire level. And here's another spot where they depend on teamwork right after, you know, maybe we should desert each other. Oh, no, never mind, we shouldn't. Okay, and yay, all them levels be played. Oh, this brings me to another visual aspect that I forgot to mention in level 1. Look at me doing a great job narrating this video. The smaller screen imitates the larger screen, so it gives you an idea of what the entire screen looks like, just because you won't be able to see that in this video. Sorry. And it also shows you your jewels. Look at us, we got all our jewels. And then it shows you your rank, which imitates a school feel that really would be great, because you get to play this fun game, and sure, there's a school feel by being ranked in rank B or rank C, but it's not as bad as getting a horrible grade in school, because you can retry the levels here, and you can try to get a better time or get a better grade, while school is not so lenient quite a bit of the time. Now, this is another level that this is level 3 for all of you who, you know, missed me saying it earlier or whatever. And this is a level where they can just do their individual thing most of the time, except for right here. Then this is when tension gets built, because both of your characters have to narrate, move in the space that they have, and they have to get their jewels, all of their jewels, if they want to get a good grade or a good rank in this particular thing. But they also want to make sure they don't fall into the other person's layer, as I would call it. Okay. Also, it emphasizes the wind tunnel action scene going on there. Okay, now this is the final level I'll be playing. I'm not playing all of these. That would be ridiculous. Absolutely not. Okay, and so this is a bonus level, and I probably should have explained this better before I actually got in here, but we've already explained that she can't move here. Not at all whatsoever. And so she definitely has to go this way, but there's a lot of emphasis on her going first, because she has to move this particular lever, and she's the only one that can do it. Well, I guess the guy could come on over, but he's more useful on this side. And then once she has moved this so that this is covered, he has to move this one. So there's a lot of emphasis in this particular level and levels like this of one character has to do one thing, another character is important and vital to do another thing. It really emphasizes teamwork, but it also emphasizes the order of things, because if something is not done in this particular order, you have to retry the level to get things right again. There's no way to undo the mechanism. Oh, I totally just messed up then. Well, I'll just hit retry level. That's one thing people probably like a lot about video games, is that you can retry the level and you can't retry embarrassing or horrible moments in your life. Again, I get extremely dark when talking about this lighthearted, childlike looking video game. Good job. Good job, Kendra. Yay. Let's try this again. Come on. And it went on the path it was supposed to go on this time. And that's important because this needed to get moved so that she could get into, I move her into position, although somebody else might do it a different way. There's not one set way to do absolutely everything. But I push the lever, and that allows me to get her into position to accept for this particular bar over here moving. But first, gotta go back up to Fireboy and move him over the green lava. Get him up here and have him press the lever so that she can hop and skip and jump to where she needs to be and move in front of her door. And now that he's done that, the game is still not over. Even though she is ready to, pass on to the next level, he has to still get back across, which you would think that would be an easy thing to do, but I have totally failed at the last possible minute at that particular spot. Yes, me, the grown person, which obviously accounts for absolutely none of my skill or judgment. But yeah, teamwork, look at them working together and showing the true bonds of friendship. And this is also the only level that I have rank A in. Basically, I'm going to go back out and I'm just going to go back to the front screen because that's the end of that particular part of everything. Okay, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. This brings me to pretty much the end of this video. So I just want to say thanks to my friend Zach who helped me film this because I'm not very good at filming. I am the writer of the group. There's a reason for that. So yeah, I just want to say thanks to my friend Zach and thanks to my professor for giving this assignment because literally, how much more fun could you possibly have in a class than playing a video game? She's one of our favorite professors. She's really cool. But I'm not going to name her for reasons. I don't want her to, This is probably going to go on my friend's YouTube channel, and I don't know if she wants to be claimed there, but just in case, thanks to everybody else as well. You're really awesome people. And yeah, I think I'm pretty much done. Wakanda forever.